Claptastic. Buck is back. I don't have a drink for this section. Never mind.
You're going to be thirsty.
Oh, didn't top yours up either. But here we are.
It's okay, small sips.
Just don't talk too much because then you'll need to...
A constant need in this lifetime.
Well, this is part 4 now, isn't it?
Yes. Mm-hmm. Again, time flies when you're talking complete bollocks.
It really, 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 really does.
It really does.
Yeah, I'm 24 already. Oh God.
You've been here a year.
I should have done better things with my life.
We have that effect on people.
Have you enjoyed it? You had a nice
I've
time?
had a fantastic time.
Yeah, you had a good time.
Yeah.
It's one of those things as well, especially, I mean, it's quite nice because obviously with you being a performer, you know about like coming on, having chats and stuff. But some people who have come on and everything, they've said, oh, it's been surprisingly quite easy to come on and have a chat.
Yeah.
Because you end up sort of forgetting that things are there and whatnot.
Yeah, it's really bizarre. I mean, I was nervous about this when we first started doing it, and it was really weird because it was kind of like, why am I nervous in my kitchen with somebody who I know, just the two of us? Why does that make me uncomfortable? Why do I feel uncomfortable in that situation? It's really
You
weird.
kind of feel like you have to perform and like,
like
the pressure to be funny.
Yeah, like, and all that kind of stuff. But I think with this, it's one of the, and like not taking anything away from it, but it's one of the easiest ways to produce content because we're not like, because it's a podcast, these like when we do the chicken wings and stuff, we cut that down and whatever, but with this it's just raw conversation and you get those funny elements and bits to it and like you know, all that kind of stuff
being at the pub
like kind of naturally. So, and that's exactly what, when we talked about it, that's exactly what I described it to be, is that I just want it to be capturing how it would be if we were to have those conversations in a pub, but to also have it open to be whatever people want it to be, so we can talk about all kinds of like, you know, completely different random things, you know, deep stuff, funny stuff, and whatever it becomes. And sometimes we sit down and we won't talk about any of the stuff that we've kind of planned to talk about, and it just goes off on a complete mad tangent. Yeah, and then those are some of the best times when we get that kind of stuff. So but yeah, I mean, it's
so if anyone's an avid watcher of us, they'll know that there's a little form,
which many people are.
Yeah, definitely. We've got a few subs now, and
hey, if you can get 75,
I hit that sub button as well.
Good man.
Thank you very much.
I don't know what number I was, but
well, if you can get 76, then you can get 76 million.
That's what we've been telling ourselves constantly.
Yeah.
So.
It's the same formula, just repeated.
As soon as it goes up one.
We just need to do another 2 billion episodes.
That's about right.
Ish.
Yeah. And by that point, we'll probably be dead, won't we?
No.
Okay, that's fine.
There's a serum for that.
I'll have been in prison for 10 years and come out with some money.
You'll have some new stories, so you can come back.
I might be dead because she might get out somehow and kill me.
Should have killed you.
I'll be doing it alone then.
God knows what I got from licking the homeless man too.
So we've got so our little form is that we normally ask our guests to do a little bit of homework, and the homework is the 2 truths and a lie segment.
My dog ate mine.
I feel like
they're your own memories.
Do you remember that being at school, being like, oh, like the classic homework excuses of not being there? And I remember being at that age when I said, when you realise a new loophole in technology, and I remember saying, I remember being one of the first people to go, I transferred it onto that USB stick, sir. The USB stick hasn't got it on there. It must be on the other one, or it's on my computer. Yeah, that gives you a day and a chance to get the rest of the homework done.
Must be impossible now for like kids, like teachers and stuff now, because you can be like, well, I pinged it to my Apple Watch and then like forwarded it.
Yeah, mine's in the cloud, and I tried to like flick it across to you.
But then the cloud got hacked, and all my nodes are now.
And then Elon Musk put it in space. So, sorry,
I would love to help.
Yeah, funny enough, on my homework, I actually came up with a formula for making a car called a Tesla, and now it's just out there, and I'm like, what?
I digitized a picture of my dog. The dog then went onto my file and ate all the stuff.
Very unfortunate.
You've not given me one bit of homework this year, Buck. 12-year-old you.
Great storyteller, though.
So your homework says 2 truths and a lie.
So 3 stories.
3 stories, the consistency of them, and you tell us those stories, and then we've got to guess which one is the lie. We will be sort of bearing down on you with a sort of inspector style, as it were. I feel like it should be a segment. Like dun 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 dun.
I'm terrible at this because I'm too trusting of everybody. So I'm just kind of like, oh, you did that. You did that. You fought ninjas. Wow.
I actually pushed Felix Baumgartner from the moon. I pushed him off. Yeah,
he knows his name.
I
just call him that guy who fell off the moon.
Yeah, it's because I pushed him. That's how I knew.
You have to do your research.
I said, hey, Felix. He went, yeah. And I went, what's this? And he went, what's what?
Yeah. Unfortunately for you, he was fully equipped and ready to have fallen off the moon.
Yeah, I'm not a monster. I only push people who are ready.
Right, so
let's go.
You can commence with any.
Okay, well, I kind of came up with 3 sort of headlines, and then you can quiz me to
to
your level as to which you wish. In no particular order, my headlines are: I once did an entire show with my flies open.
Brilliant.
Entire show, start to finish, flies open.
Children's show?
No idea. Mixed audience. Yeah.
See, I think that's possible. That is possible to do.
Do you ever get like really uncomfortable about that though, and just like randomly have a fear that your flies are open?
And then
that happens to me all the time.
But
really not.
Just kind of like randomly touch your genitals.
Yeah, but
in public.
Imagine how bad that would be on stage. You'd be like,
No, I wasn't singing. I was performing. It was a show. It was my year 13 A-level piece, and we'd made this kind of comedy piece. It was kind of set in.
Did it play to it? Is that what
you're going there? Going,
these guys are really loving my comedy right now.
It added
testicle.
so much to it. I was wearing a brown tweed suit. Right?
Fucking hell!
My fly
How
was
old
open.
were you?
Year 13, so 17.
How did you get hold of a brown tweed suit at the age of 17?
I didn't. The school did.
Oh,
it was my A-level production.
Lost and found.
And I had my
no
fly
zip on the
open
fly.
with bright red boxers. So there was no getting away from it. Every single person.
At least you had boxers on.
We had. Oh yeah, I did. Luckily, but we'd opened this show up to like the school as well. We were like, actually, you know what? We're doing this on the main stage, so let's get an audience. So we had parents, we had families, we had the whole school.
Students.
Yeah, we had children, like other students from the school. Everyone in there, and I'm just there, boxers out, bright red boxers, in a nice, fairly suave-looking brown suit, and I thought I looked really good.
See, if that happens, you're going to get a nickname, isn't it? You're right, suave dick. What?
What? Yeah.
So that's one of my nice stories.
Okay.
And then my second one, I bought myself a cactus recently because
Lie.
I realised
Fuck the planet.
I realised that I was an adult and that I should learn how to take care of something else because I've thus far failed at taking care of myself.
So you bought something that only needs water once a year?
Yeah. Well, I thought I'd try.
Still a responsibility.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm on amateur level, sorry. But I bought it, and I didn't know what to call this thing. No, I had no idea.
Yeah, okay.
You need to name things. You've got to give them otherwise I wouldn't be sad if it died. I had to give myself some stakes in this, okay? Like, if I walked in and Cactus was dead, I don't care.
Cactus.
Right? But if I walk in and Jackie Chan is dead, I'm sad, right?
So hold on. You've gone. I need some more responsibility in my life.
Yeah.
Why not get a dog, John? I'm gonna get a no. Shut your mouth. I'm gonna get a cacti or a cactus.
Yeah. I bought
I'm
a cactus.
gonna call it Jackie Chan. What did you call it?
Jackie Chan.
You're gonna call it Jackie Chan.
No, I did.
Why?
I called it Jackie Chan. Right, because I didn't know what to
You're
call
ridiculous.
it. I had no idea, right? And I was so happy when I came up with how to call this thing. Like, I was thinking, I need a name with a story. And then I thought, right, it's a cactus, part of the succulent family, right? There's this cactus and other succulents. And then I thought, succulent, that's a really good word. And then I thought, where have I heard that word before? Right, I'm getting there. But where have I heard succulent?
It's a long road.
Where have I heard succulent before?
Right.
And then I thought
Jackie Chan had a story. No.
that video of the Australian man that gets arrested when he's in the Chinese place. Have you seen it?
No.
If not, watch it.
I'm
It's
waiting
hilarious.
for my mate.
No, it's a different guy. It's a sort of older video, and this guy's getting arrested. It's an old Australian bloke.
Yeah.
And the policeman says to him, right, you're under arrest. And he says, what for? What's the charge? Eating a meal? A succulent Chinese meal? And this guy is slaughtered, right? And they're trying to just, sir, get in the car. You're under arrest. You're right. Get in here. Get in there. And a man grabs him and tries to push him in the car. And the dude goes, get your hands off my penis. And it's just, every time I see it, it floors me. I love this video so much. So as soon as I saw...
That's not Jackie Chan, though!
No, but as soon as I saw succulent, I thought succulent Chinese meal, favourite Chinese man, Jackie Chan.
That's an impeccable story as to how you named a cactus.
And I thought, if I've got
Don't have kids. Don't have kids.
Well, I just thought I can't waste all that time by letting it die now. You know, I've spent that much time coming up with a name.
Is this my child, Mexican sombrero?
Carlos. No, it would have a name. It would have a name.
Oh my goodness.
How did you get to that? Well, if you've got 25 minutes...
You told me I had to fill the podcast out.
This is ridiculous. Okay. If this is true, you're a psychopath.
Jackie Chan.
You are insane. You're a sociopathic lunatic.
And number 3? It's a good story. I kind of want it not to be real. You're a very creative man.
Succulent meal. Succulent Chinese meal. My favorite Chinese meal.
Jackie Chan the cactus. That seems perfectly reasonable. That's very good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Number 3 is Jude Law has run away from me.
Oh, he's run away from you?
Yeah. I have pursued the man on foot through the streets of London in the evening.
Oh, whoa. There's some stuff we have to unpack here.
Unpack at your will. I'm an open book.
I'd do the same in fairness.
So, hold on. Is this a repeatable offence? Have you done this?
Stop chasing.
Has he clocked you and gone, fuck, it's John again? I better be on me. I better fucking get a move on.
Fucking Friday.
I'm the reason Jude Law bought Heelys.
Yeah.
Just to get
Could
away.
you imagine Jude Law in Heelys?
Oh, John's back.
That's the idea. Your quick idea for an escape plan. Not, I'm going to get a motorbike. Heelys.
That's how I got away after the Sainsbury's robbery.
Fucking hell.
Sir, come back. Literally walking alongside.
I'm already gone.
We're literally faster than you when walking.
I've got Heelys now.
You can't have on wheels. I'll never get tired. Ha.
So, all right. So Jude Law's running away on Heelys. Mm-hmm. So this is a one-off, I assume. Right. So it's not a regular thing.
No. It's not my hobby.
So he's what? Has he clocked you then? And he's noticed you. Did
you just find him on
It was a revenge chase.
What?
It was a revenge chase.
A revenge chase.
Yeah. So Jude Law chased you first.
Essentially, we were playing it.
What is that? What's happening?
No, I went to see him in the dress rehearsal of King Henry V. That's the one. I went to see him in the. He was. I went to see the dress rehearsal of it. So unless it was me that wasn't supposed to be there, or was it him that wasn't supposed to be there?
You keep your secrets.
Okay, so I went to see him in this dress rehearsal, and it was an open dress, and I went with my course from uni. Mm-hmm. It was in first year, and when it finished, we and some other people went round the back to stage door because we're actors and we know that that's come out. You just go and say hello and just sort of say, look, the run's about to start, and you don't care about me because you're Jude Law, but I just want you to know that the run's going to be great because I really enjoyed it. So
and you chased me once. Come here!
I'll give you a head start.
He chased me 3 days ago. I thought, you know what, I'm going to chase him. So then he came out. And he came through the door and he saw us, and obviously, like looking back on it, I went to uni as someone who really didn't have much understanding of theatre. Okay, I wasn't.
Apparently, you're not supposed to chase the main actors out of the theatre.
So I wasn't particularly up on etiquette. I just thought, you know what, he's a celebrity. I've always liked the man. I've always liked seeing him in films and stuff, and I'm going to get to meet him.
Feline.
He came out, saw all of us. I don't know if the dress rehearsal hadn't gone as well as he'd hoped or whatever, but he saw a group of people outside and he just head down started to walk out. And I was like, no, I'm not having that.
Not today.
Not having that.
Yeah, I'm getting my moment.
So people were like stepping in and taking photos with him, so like, trying to take photos with me. He took some photos, you know, fair play to them. And as I said, like since then, thinking back on it, actually probably should have just let him go home. But
Is it? But it's all right. He's in the bottom of my basement now, so that's fine. He is home.
people were like having photos with him and stuff. And then I held out my ticket and I was like, "Could I get your autograph and a photo?" And he grabbed my ticket, scribbled, put it, and I got mugged off, right? And I just wasn't happy because my mates were laughing at me. It was basically what happened. He was there, and I'd said, "Can I have an autograph and a photo?" And I guess he obviously had autograph but not photo. So I gave him this. He signed it. He passed it back to me, and then I went like that, and he's gone. And I'm like,
Red Ross.
and then obviously he's leaving, and there's a lot of people in another queue who had seen Lee Evans in the theatre opposite in his Buckin in Dagenham or whatever, Buckin in Essex, and people had seen him and then thought, I can get 2 for 1 here. I've seen Lee Evans and I've spoken to him about a show, and then I'm going to go over there and speak to Jude Law. So he starts leaving, and I'm like, I haven't had my photo yet. He promised me a photo. So I pursue him smoothly and quietly and gently in my memory, and actually apparently from the recollection of my laughing friends from uni who were taking a piss out of the fact that I'd lost this photo opportunity, and they were like, haha, you're going to have a photo of yourself. And I was like, I'll prove you wrong, I'm faster than him. So it's a group of like young teenage girls chasing Jude Law because they're like, oh my god, it's Jude Law, I want to see him. And I'm like,
and you.
Whoop off. I'm fighting my way through. They're flying. I'm the biggest. I'm charging. Jude Law goes, oh fuck. Legs it across the street, and I went, I am now in a foot race with Jude Law, and I'm gonna have a story. If I give up, the story's over. So I leg it, right, and there's traffic coming across. I'm leaping over bonnets, I'm getting around, darting all over the place. I catch up to him, and I went, I'm really sorry, I just wanted to say you're really good in that, and I wondered if I could get a photo. And he went, I'm really sorry, mate, not tonight, but thank you for the feedback. And I was like, okay, no worries. Good luck for the rest of the run. And then he walked off, and I was like,
You limped up to him. Sorry, hit by a car, bruised.
I just wanted
to say that I'm a good fan.
I went back to my course mates, and they were like, so did you catch him? Did you get the photo? And I was like, no, we just had a little chat, and then I let him go.
We just had a little chat. Me and Jude were like this.
So yeah, me and my old pal
That's
J-Dog.
intense.
Okay, so
intense.
So we've got the Jude. Got the Jude Law. We've got
Jackie
the
Chan cactus, which
Jackie
I
Chan
at
cactus.
this point refuse to believe is not a true story. I need that to be a true story.
And then what was the other one?
The open flyers.
And the open flyers.
So I'm going to go with the open flyers being the lie, mainly because I just really want the other two to be true.
So
Particularly
what
the
was the
cactus.
production actually on the first show on one?
It was
you
our
got
device
over?
piece. We'd come up with a comedy piece
fucking,
set in like 1920s.
Good escape route, that isn't it?
It was that kind of proper, oh yes, very good British kind of humour. And I was playing a character called Jonathan Penrose, who thought he was the dogs. And I was like, oh yes, I'm very suave and sophisticated.
And nobody told you.
Exactly, I played you.
Nobody told you.
I just the whole way through, I was like, I'm getting a really good reaction from everyone here.
No one let you know.
No one let me know, start to finish. End of the show, I got...
No interval?
No, there was no. It was only a short. It was like 40 minutes, but it added to the humour because everyone, like my character, was supposed to think he was really suave and sophisticated, and actually he was a complete
It was
donut.
almost like you did it on purpose.
So to the audience, it looked like it was on purpose. They were like, "Oh, it was a really funny choice that you did." And inside, I was going, "Yeah, everyone's seen my pants."
As it says, good job you were wearing any.
Mr. Jonathan Penrose.
Yes.
Yeah. Very good.
Very good.
Okay, and then we've got the cactus, Jackie Chan.
Oh, don't.
The idea of you sitting there going, I like the idea that you've lapsed on your responsibility as well, and it's starting to die. You're like, don't worry, Jackie, it's fine. Just pour in some water, and you'll be all right, Jackie. I know I left you for about 1.5 years. It's a bit too long, but you'll be okay.
I prefer the idea of you calling it Mr. Chan out of respect.
That's on Sundays when he wears his suit.
Yeah, it's like it when I call him Jackie.
Like a Bond villain. Hello, Mr. Chan.
He swivels, the cactus swivels around in the chair. and you basically assaulting Jude Law.
No. Chatting.
All three stories have so much detail.
Yeah.
Like, well, I know where we've had guests do this before, like Chelsea, bless her.
Yeah.
Where she just panicked on story number 2.
Yeah.
And we started delving into it, and she was like, she just withered.
Fell apart.
Like, she was like...
She's the only person in this game to go, you've got me.
She just went, I'm lying.
Okay. Right, I think...
I am going with number 1. That's the lie.
One question I'd like to ask as well. Mm-hmm. Is the story completely made up, or is it a truth that has been modified?
What, the lie?
Yeah. So the lying story, is it based on true events? Did some of those events happen and you just changed some of them? Or is it completely fabricated from nothing?
That's a good question.
Yeah, and I think that's a fair question.
Yeah,
I suppose that is a fair question. No, it is a fabricated.
Fuck!
Wow, so you've really gone to town on making one of these up.
It's fabricated.
Kind of admire
story.
that.
Yeah, and there's he's talking about succulent.
Did you have a lot of free time today?
Well, you know what you could do in a half an hour with a song.
Yeah, that's true, actually. I'd like to hear a song about Jackie Chan the cactus, to be honest.
Yeah.
I should be on the album.
I feel like... Responsibility-wise, I think you're a pretty responsible bloke, and I don't think he would need that urge, because that was your driving force. I need the responsibility to look after something, so I'll get a cactus.
Don't take Jackie Chan the cactus away from me, please.
I'm gonna have to go with that one. You could choose something else.
I'm going with story number 1
with the flies.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is probably against my better judgment, because obviously you're
emotionally attached to Jackie.
And, like, it could be very true. It's very, very probably more fathomable than having a cactus.
Like how you both fully believe. You're like, oh no, I could see you pursuing Jude Law on through the streets of London. Of course,
not even questioning it. No, I haven't even questioned it. That's true.
So, John, what is the lie?
Well, much to the disappointment of a room full of people, I did in fact have my fly open the whole way through that piece, and unfortunately Jackie Chan the cactus does not exist. However, after the joy that story has brought, it will. It's going to have to become a thing. I'm going to have to get a cactus now and call it Jackie Chan.
Please buy a cactus and then tag our page.
So hold the fucking phone. So you've gone. I need to create a lie. It's fantastic, by the way.
Where did you begin? Because that had like layers, depth, a backstory.
Yeah,
like
you referenced a completely different source of a YouTube video. Like that was. Did you watch that and go, I should call something Jackie Chan, and then go?
No, so
I'll choose this bit of vegetation.
As I said to you earlier on, when I didn't know what to think of, I was like, what could my lie be? So I googled some good lies, and one of them that came up was like, I hate the colour red, and as I said, I managed to convince myself to hate red, so that was no longer a lie.
Red.
And then now I love it.
And then we all wore red.
This is maroon. But then I looked at another one was like, my first pet was called such and such, and there's a lot of things about things being called things, and then I was like, I always struggle to name things. I can never name anything. I'm awful at that. And then I was like, how would I name something? What would I name if I named something?
And you landed on Jackie Chan.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
For a cactus.
Fantastic.
Well, that was epic.
That was excellent. Well, thank you so much for that.
That's all right. Thank you for having me.
Absolutely brilliant. I hope you've enjoyed your time.
Yeah.
With us.
Yeah, I've had a good time.
Because that's it, I'm afraid.
Yeah, it's been really good.
It's been wonderful having you here. We'd like to have you back as well at some point. Talk about some more of your projects and stuff that you got going on. I know that we're hopefully going to work together as well. So
post new song release.
Yeah, so we'll get some more content to see you about. Definitely. And this has been
smash all the buttons.
Yes, please like all the buttons, hit the stuff, watch the videos as well. Listen to Jon's music. It's really good. Come back and see some of the older videos as well if you've not seen it. If you've only just seen this one, watch all of them. So
because we're funny in all of them.
And yeah, like I say, go and tell people in the street, let people know.
Shout at people.
Write in messages in bottles and throw it into the sea. As long as it's a glass bottle,
things
not
to
plastic.
balloons, let them float away.
Yeah, and say, go and watch Buckin Around, please.
We should do that. Release like 100 balloons.
See what happens.